Welcome to Curious Truth. I am Kim, your host. Today is about the unknown burial ground. As I was looking up my family tree, I discovered a secret that has been hidden for many, many years and is still hidden today. I grew up in Wilmington, North Carolina. I have rode down this road many of times. I have seen this spot thousands of times. I would ask myself and my mom why no one has ever developed on this land. After all, it is surrounded by medical offices, and the main hospital is right down the street from it. It was weird. I found out that on my father's side, my great-grandfather died in 1937 in Wilmington. I was trying to find out where his grave site was because he had not been buried with the rest of my family, and I wanted a picture of it to add with my research. It said he was buried at Oak Grove Cemetery, but his headstone had been moved in 1974 to Flemington Cemetery. What did that mean? Why would they move his headstone? Did they move his body also? I was curious to find out what this meant. So we went to Flemington Cemetery. Now let me explain the trouble we had of first finding the cemetery, and second, how it looked when we found it. Getting to Flemington Cemetery, we had to go over a bridge over the Cape Fear River and down a back highway on the outskirts of Wilmington. We went down this long road off of the highway into a wooded area. The only thing on this road are some industrial businesses at the beginning of the road. After you pass those, it's just woods, as you can see from the overview pictures. When we finally found Flemington Cemetery, we had to jump a pole that was there just to enter the cemetery. Why was that there? Why was it locked? It was in the middle of the day on a weekday. Why wasn't it open to allow families to come visit their loved ones? Why wasn't the cemetery taken care of? I had even more questions that I needed answers for. I searched for more answers, and I found one article that talked about where the headstones came from, why they were moved, and more. The article's name is The Dogwood Blooms, and it states that Oak Grove was established in 1870. In 1882, the cemetery was owned by the county. It contained over 2,000 graves in 1891. Oak Grove was for the underprivileged. It was a pauper cemetery. It was divided into three parts. One section for black burials, some portion for whites, and the last section was a potter's field. Because the graveyard was for the poor, most did not have headstones. Instead, to mark a grave, they used seashells, dolls, mugs, and old bed frames. When the county moved the gravesite, there was 10,000 gravesites, if not more. No families were informed of the move. According to Bill Reeves, headstones were loaded recklessly on a truck and dumped at Flemington, laid out in rows. Some families were not put together. The headstones have been moved, but not the bodies. At the Oak Grove, it is a wooded area, as you can see from the pictures. There are no markings of a grave, no flowers, no signage saying it was and is a cemetery. Just pine trees covering the lots. Why? Why is it not marked? Is it because it was a burial ground for the poor and they didn't deserve any better? Why were they disrespected as well as their families? The land at Oak Grove cannot be developed on because, according to the county, it is a burial ground. Then why not have it marked as a burial ground? Where's the signage? Why isn't it gated? Why? My truth is, I am furious that not only was my great-grandfather as well as other families treated like this with no dignity or respect, that they left my great-grandfather's bodies in a wooded area, but his headstone is moved on a sandy piece of land on the outskirts of Wilmington down some random road in the woods. I have walked these woods where his body still lays. It's sadness. You can feel it as you walk those woods. You can feel the sadness as you walk around in Flemington Cemetery than any other cemetery I've ever been to. They know how they were treated in life and afterlife. Would you be furious if one of your loved ones were buried in this because they were poor? Would you yourself want to be treated like this? What would you do? Comment below and tell me your truth. Smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.